who that is, but I like it. Welcome back to the Five. We're talking about 2012. And the candidates today, including Rick Perry, came out and said the Obama administration owes him, Rick, $350 million for jailing illegals in Texas. Now, Rick Perry is a man who has figured out how, in the shortest period of time, to put more feet in his mouth than he has. But let me ask him a question. Why is he asking the federal government for this money when he doesn't want federal money for anything? But he hasn't taken a single step against all the employers in Texas who hire the illegals. And why not sue them and get the money out of them?
It's a symbolic gesture, Bob. He's saying you aren't doing your job securing our borders, so here you go. It's symbolic. It's just like...
And if you could take that to the next level, which is the same on education. He's not taking the federal money because he thinks that more state and local control should
But he did take the federal money in education. He has taken the federal money in all kinds of things. This guy is a two-face. But listen, I don't want to see the guy implode yet. I want him to get that nomination.
Borders, Bob. The government should secure borders.
Right.
That's one thing it should do, right?
Well, let me put it this way. It's an awful long border, and there are people on the other side that, well, no, you don't give up. Look, we've arrested more people illegally in this country this year than we ever have. But you're not going to solve this problem by trying to stop the people coming over the border.
I know, but Bob, the states are complaining because they have a disproportionate burden, an undue burden that the federal government is not helping them with. So they're saying, look, we don't have enough money as it is, yet we have this burden from you because you're not managing the borders right. Nevertheless, the overflow spillover is coming to us, and now we're financially responsible for it.
Well, how about you states' rights people? All you guys want the federal government. I think you take care of yourself.
No, but that's the point.
That would be great.
That is the point. And I think Rick Perry isn't actually saying, I need $350 million.
Yes, he is.
He's saying, look, if this were a lawsuit, I would bring this lawsuit and I might win, or give it to the states, give it to Texas, give it to Arizona. We'll handle it. And Arizona tried. But apparently it didn't work out. They passed the law and then they get sued.
Because you need the federal resources.
Right, Bobby, the federal government is suing them. They're saying, states, shame on you for trying to even handle this yourself. We're the supreme law of the land on this. We're going to sue you, and the Department of Justice has been very aggressive against the states. I'm just talking to you about the legal matters that are presently
The producers just told me I got to carry on, and you all are wrong. Anyway, so let me get you out of this. Moving on, Colin Powell is not too pleased with some comments Dick Cheney made in his new book. And on Face the Nation yesterday, the former Secretary of State addressed them. Listen to this.
Mr. Cheney has had a long and distinguished career, and I hope in his book that's what he will focus on, not these cheap shots that he's taking at me and other members of the administration. There's nothing wrong with saying you disagree, but it's not necessary to take these kind of barbs and then try to pump a book up by saying heads will be exploding. I think Dick overshot the runway with that kind of comment, and if that's how he plans to sell his book.
General, I think Dick overshot the runway about 50 years ago. But look, to take a shot, first of all, at Colin Powell, one of America's great heroes, who Dick Cheney gave a lousy intelligence to, that Colin Powell, took to the UN, and they said that all weapons of mass destruction, and Colin Powell, he was lied to by Cheney and his people. And now, listen to this. Here's Dick Cheney taking a shot at Colin Powell. Colin Powell was in Vietnam. He served his country. And where was Dick Cheney? He was getting out of the draft because he had graduate school degree exemptions. Give me a break.
Wow, that's the shot you're going to take right there. Look, let me defend Dana's former boss here for a second. 9/11/01 happens. Not since then until the end of his term was there one attempt, not even an attempt, on a terrorist attack on American soil. They kept the place safe, whether or not you like him or not, or what their weapons of mass destruction information they had, whether they acted on it or not. The place was safe for 9 years, and then things started to roll.
For 50 years before that, there was only one. How's that?
All right, wait.
There was one.
Right.
I was in the building in '93 when
That's
that
right,
thing
and
went
that was
up.
the one. So the other one was American, made by McVeigh. Where else was it? What other foreign attack was it since 1950?
All right, let's go back to General Powell. I just want to go back to General Powell for a second.
Please.
I think that it's kind of interesting how Vice President Cheney makes people's heads explode.
Right.
Okay, he's saying I'm going to explode some heads. Then he's been people's pinata for about 8 years, and one of the charges that I think is interesting is the piece about Richard Armitage and the leaking of the Valerie Plame name. And I think that piece and the General Powell question of what did he know, when did he know it, and how did he left people twisting in the wind and didn't tell President Bush that he knew. That is a problem. You might disagree with Vice President Cheney's characterizations if you're General Powell or Secretary Rice or whoever else, But I don't think they're cheap shots if he's just responding with his point of view.
What if you disagree with the intelligence that Cheney cherry-picked in his boys to get us into a war in Iraq? That's despicable. This man is what he did to Colin Powell and the stuff he provided him at the UN was disgraceful.
Well, and he's been able to have his say then when he crossed party lines and went ahead and endorsed President Barack Obama as disavowing everything that he was associated with the Bush administration. And now, guess what? Now he's going to probably disassociate from Obama.
I will say, I will agree with Powell. I think that conflict in books sell. This feud helps the book, and in my next book, I have a chapter about you and I running off to Vermont to get married, but then you break up with me just to sell
tragic.
books.
But David, do you really think he was outrageous and provocative to sell books?
Did you have to tell everybody that, Greg, on national television?
Yes.
All right, coming up, college students are replacing their beer funnels for oppression tunnels. Well, at least at one school. We'll tell you about the shocking report out of DePaul University. Stay with the Five.
Oh, I like
You might actually get to school supplies.